Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Jazzy Time with your host, Bailey. Today's video is a tutorial. Oh my gosh, finally, right? Right. I really wanted to do this, pardon the camera angles, because I'm doing something totally different. I'm probably gonna bust this video into maybe two because I have not yet designed my nails, but I'm also going to do 3D flowers as well. So I might do make this 2 or 3 videos. But today I had to put my nails on. Oh my gosh, because I've been naked for like 4 days. So today, since I've been doing it for like about a month and a half, almost 2 months now, I've been getting, oh my god, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Look at this thing right here. See this? Oh my goodness. Anyway. So I've been doing it for about almost 2 months now, and I've been getting pretty good at it. So I thought I would do a video tutorial with you guys on how I apply acrylic nails. I'm not a professional. I don't have my nail card. This is what I enjoy doing. This is how I prefer to do it. This is how I get a long-lasting nail. So yeah, so don't worry, I'll explain to you guys all the products and things that I'm using. So I hope y'all like this tutorial. So I'm gonna pause it for a second, adjust the cam, and we gonna apply some acrylic. So Pausey, BRB. Alright, hey, bunny hands. Okay, so we're going to be doing my index finger, and I have already, as you can see, I've completed all my other nails all the way down to filing. I need to file that one a little more. So I'm just going to go through with you what it is I do, and yeah, hopefully you guys like this. So I haven't done anything to this nail yet. So I get my cuticle pusher, and the first thing I do is I will push it back along with all that extra yucky, gucky skin, and I'll use my little cuticle the knife slash pusher and just kind of get rid of all that extra skin and what I can. I'll just brush a little bit off my finger. And then I'll grab my cuticle nippers and I will just nip off whatever overgrown cuticle I have. Now, when you're doing this to your own, if you're clipping and it hurts, you're doing it wrong. It's not supposed to be painful. So, just word to the wise. So I've clipped that. It's good to go. And that's pretty much what I do to just prep the end of my nail here. And then I have, this is a very rough grit nail file. And now when you're filing your natural nail, not an artificial nail that you've made, you want to file one way. Don't go back and forth. You want to go one way. So I'm just going to file my nail going upwards one way. And unlike like in a salon, they usually take off really like a really thick layer, and you don't want to do that. All you want to do is just literally take off the natural shine. I'll move over here in the light a little more. You want to just take off that natural shine just so that it's, and also if you want to, you can shape your nail. And again, one way. Don't go back and forth or you're really gonna mess up your natural nail. And then I'm gonna take my floofy brush that I blinged up with my bling on a roll here, and I'm just going to get rid of my dust. And then I'm going to take my antibacterial cleaning spray, ASP brand. I love this stuff. And I'm going to take just a little extra paper towel and give my nail a little bit of a spritz and just clean that off really well. So we're all ready to go. And pardon all the glitter. You guys saw all the glitter videos, so it's literally everywhere. Okay, so then what I do is I go through my nails and I select one that fits And I'm using white tips today because I'm doing more of a classier look. And now before I put my nails on, what I do is I do my reverse manicure first. And I'm obviously going with a pink design. I'm actually going to be doing some like roses with some candelabras stamping, you know what I mean? So I've done my reverse manicure. And my nails are already done. We just did that together. And I'm going to get my nail glue here. And when I do it, I just keep it in the little well. And if there's too much, you can always dab it off the nail. And then hold it by the end, line it up as best you can. And keep the end of your nail in that well. And then just hold it for a few seconds until it's all adhered. Push, push, push. And, ooh, that didn't work very well. My goodness. So I obviously didn't have enough glue. And like I said, I'm not a professional. I mess up as well. I'm human. So try that again. Line it up as straight as you can with your side walls, with the side walls of the nail. And then push the sides in. I'll push the sides in here to kind of release my the sides of my free edge so that they're not sticking to the artificial nail. And pardon my arm and that getting in the way. And so now I'm going to cut this down with my little nail snippers. And we're going to make sure that we're close to the same length. And I'm happy with that. And I'm just going to get rid of those little nail tips. And we can get these out of the way. Perfect. Okay. So now that's on. What I do is I will take that rough grit again and I will go off the nail onto my natural nail, just kind of giving the artificial nail a little bit of a rough edge here so that my acrylic will adhere properly, because when you're using tips are just a platform for acrylic. They're not actually acrylic, like as if you build a nail, I would say. So now to prep my nail, I have some protein bond. This is from Young Nails, and I just dumped it all over my finger. And I'm just going to do 2 coats of that on my natural nail only. So I'll do that. Blow dry. Second coat. I'll blow dry, and this like nail prep dries very quickly. So, and then I'm doing 1 layer or 1 coat of ASP Prep and Clean Dehydrator. And close these up. And now we're good to go. Okay, so on my ring fingers, I have actually used an acrylic that I made myself. So this is a nail bed color that I made, but I kind of want, the look I'm going for is I want my natural colors. So I've used clear instead of my nail bed color, but I just used that as a whole nail color. So in this one, I'm actually just using clear, and I'm using ASP's clear transparent acrylic powder. And the acrylic liquid that I'm using is actually Young Nails nail liquid. And I got this in my hand-me-down haul, pardon all the animals' hair, because, you know, Everything in my house is not complete without animal hair. And the brush that I am using is ASP Precision brush, and it's an oval brush, which means it's kind of flat on the top. So it's flat this way and a little oval on the top, and this is a number 10. So yeah, let's just get to it. So I put my brush in my monomer, and I will scrape it off the side and pick up just a tiny pearl first. And I will place it at the base of the cuticle, and I will kind of dab as I pull it down, just so I can get it flush to the cuticle, and then I'll brush it down. And always clean your brush. So again, in the monomer, off the side, I'm going to get a slightly larger pearl this time, but I'm going to drain the liquid out the back of my brush. And I'm going to place it on the free edge, and I'm actually going to feather it back up into the nail. And yes, it does get kind of wonky, but that's okay. Make sure you're, well, this is, like I said, this is how I do it. I pat it with my brush, feather it up, pat, pat. And always try to keep your nail clean. Bark, bark, bark. I'm going to go back into my monomer. Woof! I'm going to drain the liquid out of my brush again, because I want this to set faster than I do with, say, a wet pearl. And I'm going to slowly work that into my cuticle, and then I'm going to brush down. And now I have a little orange stick here, and I'm just going to scrape around the sides. Having an orange stick, because like I said, like I'm not a professional, but it helps you get, to me, I find it helps you get a cleaner look around the edges of your nail, and then I just check my level. And make sure that I don't have any bumps or bulges. In this case, I have a little bit of a dip. I don't know if you can see. I have a dip between the nail and like the base of my nail and the nail. So I'm going to add more acrylic here. And I'm actually going to just pat it into that area. I'll always give my brush a little bit of a squeeze every now and then. I'm just going to wet my brush. I'm going to give my nail another little pat. Cleaning up my edges, making sure I don't have any goopies around the top. Making sure it's level. And then I'm just going to do one more dry pearl from that stress zone area. So where I glued the nail to my actual nail. And I'm just going to feather that over the entire nail. Because your stress zone, like I said, is going to be where you have glued your nail, the false nail, to your natural nail. I'm just going to clean up around the edge. All right. So I'm just going to pause for a few and I'm going to let this dry and then we're going to file. Okay, so we know this is dry when it makes that tappy noise. And I usually use the end of my file. So I have a even rougher grit file now. And I'm basically just going to shape and file my nail the way I want to. And now the good thing about the powder that I have with the liquid that I'm using, it is a self-leveling, so it's not a whole lot of file time. And I'm sticking with what do you call it? I'm sticking with a square nail, just got a rounded tip, and it's a bit of a longer nail as well. So I'm gonna file, and I always do flat. You know what I mean? Like I do my underside and I do my sidewalls, make sure that they're even with my finger. I round off my edge, and I always, because I don't have an electric drill, I go in around my cuticle area there, and then I'll just kind of level up top. Not a whole lot of filing to do, and then I just grab my buffer block. Pick up any extra bumps of anything, and I will just buff and file and then buff and file until I get my desired look. Pardon me. Sorry if I'm off camera, guys. And I'm pretty satisfied with that. So now I'm just gonna get rid of the dust. And there we have a full set of nails. So yeah. So now I still haven't decided. I'm probably gonna do some double stamping with the candelabra and the rose on my fingers, and I'm definitely going to do some 3D acrylic flowers on my ring fingers. So definitely stay tuned for those 2 other videos. So yeah, I'm going to pause. I'm gonna clean up, and I'll see y'all back up top. Okay guys, thank you so much for coming and watching this video. I had a lot of fun doing it. Please stay tuned for the design that we're going to do on these next. So I'm definitely gonna I'll do a 3D acrylic. I'll probably make it 1 video. If not, it'll be 2. So yes, click, comment, like, subscribe, and share with the universe. Keep coming back, YouTube family. You know I love you. Follow me on Instagram and Pinterest, BC_. No, don't follow me on Pinterest because I'm not on Pinterest anymore. Just Instagram, BC_Jazzy_time, and follow my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/getmyjazzydama. Anywho's, I gotta paint these things up, so stay tuned. Stay jazzy.